it play and call it work.
Jansen teleports onto the escape ship that Leodova was teleported to. He's feeling a little injured. His armor is still bruised and battered. He's down to 1 wound in technical terms, for the rules-wise. And Steve just has to kind of play this out to see what he can do. I'm not letting him see anything that he can't see. Obviously, I've already got terrain and stuff set up. And we've just set this to be the outer boundary, so he's not allowed to walk through these doors. So they're just there to make it look like there's some sort of boundary. So this is the escape ship. And as you come on, you can actually feel it all of a sudden shudder and exit and enter reality at the same time. And within a moment, you feel like you're a further distance away. And in fact, when you look at your aspect scanner, you realize that all around you is no longer Space Hulk. So it seems that the ship has its own little warp drive. And he's already activated it and left the Space Hulk.
So we're gonna simply walk up a corridor and then activate the aspects.
You can make out the outline of Necron warriors in this corridor. A couple more emerging from these sarcophagi. Your shooting phase.
Well, we'll just run up to the door.
So 3 inches. Open it up.
Yep.
Okay. Hey guys.
Take some shots.
Because you have 3 shooting attacks.
Yes.
So 3's to hit, and 2's to wound. Oh. Try again.
Do it again.
2's to wound. Oh. You kind of ran out of ammo. You have been firing it for a little while without reloading. Oh, we gotta charge it. Hold on, there's a little crank here. Intruder, intruder, intruder. All of a sudden over the speakers you can hear Leodova's voice. Well, hello, Jansen. So nice of you to join me. Did you come all by yourself? I guess you wanted to witness the end of your species and the rise of mine. Rapid firing, 3's to hit. Yeah. Okay, you got 2 up save. 4's to wound. Yeah. Well, okay then. Injury chart, and we got a 3.
Okay,
he's fine. This is important. So he's going to get himself a big red die. So he is not stunned or anything. He just has 1 wound marker on him, wound token. Back to you, Steve.
Going in.
So moving up.
I'll activate my little scanner again while there's guys around me. Taking multitask.
No, you don't see anything within the range of your augers.
Okay.
You can fire at this squad.
I'm gonna fire the squad.
Hit. And 2's to kill. They do have reanimation. This insta kills, but it's also health frost. So quick strength 4 test. He makes it, so he gets his 6 up reanimate. Ah, made it. Do it again. You want to just roll 2 dice because you have 2 more shots.
Yeah.
So
2 hits.
2's to wound.
2 wounds.
Same thing. Strength tests. So one of them can't reanimate. 6 plus for the other one. Dies. To redirect your charge.
I would like to. There's 10.
Got it.
Beautiful.
Overwatch, 6 or 4 shots. 6 is to hit, miss. So you charge in. Right now you have the Emperor's Fury on, which gives you +1 strength attack and weapon skill. And you've got Rage and Rampage. So let's do your Rampage first, see how many extra attacks. You are going to get 3 extra attacks, but I get to hit you first with your hammer. You got 2 attacks on 4s and 4s. Ooh. 2 base attacks or 3?
Yeah, 2.
And then
2 weapons.
2 weapons. You have Rage when you charged. You got 3 extra from Rampage, and you need another die for Emperor's Fury. This should do it. On 3s?
3s, yeah.
And you murder nade on 2s. Good.
These are strength tests.
See if they can even do their reanimation. And no, 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 and yes. So reanimate. I failed. Oh, you dare destroy me, Leodova! Blam! Consolidate. 3 inches. Door is locked. Oh, Metal Man, have you just come here to become a host to one of my new slaves? Come onto my bridge, and we'll have a nice conversation about it. Leodova! He's got his bodyguard. This is a unit of 3 guys, just so you know. So you don't get to pick off Leodova individually. We got a Lich Guard with his sword and shield. We got a Lich Guard with a War Scythe, strength 7 AP 2. And Leodova, you have no idea what he has in close combat, but he's got some sort of blade and some sort of gun. And they take up position. And then he's going to fire at you. 3s to hit. 1 hit. Looking at 3s to wound. Oh, 1 wound. Rending, don't worry. 2 plus. Ah, he saved. Your turn.
Yep. We're gonna go this way.
Oh, try to kill the AP2 guy first? Although he gets to strike you first, you realize,
We're
right?
gonna shoot him.
Oh, yeah, that works too. I see what you're doing.
He's hitting on 2s.
2s to hit.
He got double skill recently.
Yeah,
He hits.
good thing. And now this guy is toughness 5.
Strength 5. Strength test.
Right, but he's also toughness 5, so you're not insta-killing him, so he'll still have a 5 up reanimate.
But 6 up strength test. 6.
Yep, yeah, strength test first, which he makes, so he gets his 5 up reanimate. She fails! It's gone. Try again. Might as well throw 2 more at it.
Hitting on.
It's twin linked,
2s.
twin linked, twin linked.
Okay. Oh.
Ah, wounding on 2s. Oh, nothing.
Okay.
Want to declare a charge?
I'm gonna clear a charge.
Leodova will overwatch. Does not hit you. Need a 5-inch charge. Ooh, just made it. The rage monster space wolf. At this point, he's starting to get pretty feral, and he's the wolf side of him is coming out. He gains strength from the Emperor, or maybe from some other source. Who knows? And he swings in. Now you're initiative 1. Leodova gets to go first.
However, would
What?
like to throw my hammer at Leodova issue a challenge.
Oh, right. No, you're not a character.
Yes, he is.
No, only. Oh, right, because he's the. All right. Well, I guess. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. Leodova.
I'm gonna hide behind your little bodyguard first.
No, it's fine. Leodova will accept the challenge because he's got the same rule as the Gene Stealer guys, where he can look out Sir while in combat. 3 attacks from Leodova. He's weapon skill 5. What are you?
Weapon 5.
So 4 is to hit. Ooh, 1 hit. Pretty nasty cutting blade. So it is AP 3, but it is also rending,
Okay.
and it's poison 3 plus.
Oof.
Oh, it rended!
I have a 6 up invul.
6 up invul.
Here's the 6.
Oh!
What? What?
And now the Lich Guard gets to go. 2 attacks hitting on 4s, and he's strength 5, so winning on 3s, AP 3. 2 plus save. Oh, you're fine. Now you get to swing. Let's roll your rampage, so you get an extra 3. So your 2 base, you got rage, you had an extra 3 for rampage, and Emperor's Fury.
And 2 special weapons.
And 2 weapons. That's why we. Holy moly, are you weapon skill 5?
Weapon skill 5.
But are you weapon skill 6 because of Emperor's Fury?
Oh yes, I am.
So you're hitting on 3s then.
Beautiful.
Jeez, you were a monster. And strength 8, so 2s to wound. Jeez.
Where are you now? You
Well, I can look out Sir. I'm going to have to look out Sir from him. I know it's a challenge, but he has the rule that he can look out Sir out of a challenge. 2 plus. Makes all of his lookout Sirs. 3 up invulns on the shield guy.
Oh, yeah?
1 at a time. 3 up.
Oh!
Oh, that was fast. Strength test. He makes a strength test, so he's got a 5 up. Reanimate. He's dead. Okay. We got a 4 up invuln on Leodova. He's got 3 wounds too. Okay, so he's dead. Blam! Leodova's body lands over there as you consolidate towards him. He's just lying there, body broken. But as you look closer, you can see parts of his body start to heal and mend on themselves. You've got a turn before he's back to full health. What would you like to do?
We're gonna head over to the body and examine and see what's going on.
Okay, as you closely examine it, you notice a pendant on his chest, but it's mostly been covered up by flesh.
Just reach in there and rip it off if you can.
Okay, your servo arm would be the best thing for this. The servo arm reaches in and yanks it out, and Leodova screams an otherworldly scream, and then his body slumps and becomes lifeless. It took Jansen several hours to finally figure out the basic controls of Leodova's shuttle. Considering it was just an escape craft from the main Xenos vessel, its technological capabilities were considerable. Unfortunately, the navigational controls were locked in, and nothing short of Leodova's command codes could stop them from acting out the last commands of their master. The shuttle was hurtling through space with the help of its ancient miniature warp drive, blending the warp with reality wherever it went. Though he couldn't at the moment figure out how to stop the shuttle, he could clearly see its destination, a planet on the eastern fringe designated in the ship's computers as Fayum. Jansen continued working feverishly at the Xenos consoles, feeling a sense of frustration at his forced captivity grow. Most systems were locked out, blocking any chance for him to communicate, teleport, or even find sustenance. Feeling a gnawing sense of rage grow within him, Jansen went to work in an attempt to convert one of the Necron sarcophagi into a stasis cell, where he could preserve his body until the shuttle could reach its destination. The machinery keeping Inquisitor Rin alive filled the room with its noises and smells. Rin barely clung to his life, desperately and stubbornly unwilling to give it up yet. There were still so many unanswered questions. They had new information on the Jewels of Ymir, but it would take time to decrypt and understand it. Interrogator Benton was dead, as well as Janessa, leaving Rin feeling a bit lonely, a feeling he was surprised to have. Benton and Janessa had been his constant companions for over a decade now. It would be hard to replace them. The Electo had barely made its escape from the dying Space Hulk. The Xenos vessel's warp drive tore the Hulk to pieces. However, much to Rin's dismay, many large pieces of it were not destroyed, but instead hurled great distances by the Xenos vessel's warp drive. He could only hope that the enslavers on board were killed in the process, for they posed a great threat to any systems that they entered. The Deathwatch had performed admirably. True, some were lost in the fight, but Rin was still impressed by their ability to both perform orders without question, and yet use great skill and finesse to go up against foes much stronger than they. They were outnumbered, often outgunned, but they would not be outdone, nor would they be defeated. They would prove a valuable tool to Rin in the future. However, he would most likely have to disband them for a time, as they seemed to disapprove of some of his methods. It would need time and new assignments to clear their minds. This was all moot, of course, if the Inquisitor did not survive the coming months of grueling surgery and implantations. But he would survive, and see the threat of the Jewels eliminated. A gigantic orc battlecruiser hung over the Imperial-held world of Ankota Prime. Millions of orcs already swarmed across the planet, destroying its defenses and taking its civilian population captive. Warboss Facestompa stood at the bridge of his vessel, looking out the viewport down at the planet. For an orc his size, he was unusually quiet. The voice in his head had grown louder, and was starting to crowd out his own thoughts. True, it had brought him great power and intelligence, but it was growing to be bothersome, and the brutish orc felt an uncharacteristic worry that he was losing his own mind to the voice. He looked down at his arm and picked at the scar tissue that had formed around the trinket that was embedded there. Sometimes he wanted to rip it out and return to the simpler times, when all he cared about was how many orcs were afraid of him, and how many followers he could build up, and how he would escape the Space Hulk. Now that he was free, he had already started his own war, with millions of orcs and thousands of vessels flocking to join him. He couldn't help but feel unsettled, which further unsettled him, as orcs should not feel that way. He turned away from the viewport and barked orders to his first-in-command.
Gather the slaves. Make sure our boys don't kill them all. Load them into the ships.
Facestompa started to walk off the bridge, but then stopped for a moment and looked back.
And turn this world to ashes.